Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Yay, right when I started to film this video, it was 1:11, which is absolutely perfect. It's like tropical outside. It's really breezy, but it's like 70 degrees and super sunny, so I'm excited for a gorgeous nature walk. I love these cards. They just sort of embody the day for me, which is heed the vibes. What vibes are you creating for yourself? Show yourself love by thinking good thoughts that make you feel good about yourself and your day. Absolutely release the pressure of what you think you have to do in terms of productivity, laundry, and all of that. What do you want to do? Turn on some music. I know when I start to clean and there's a project I want to get going in the house, I whip on that freaking reggae and I make myself a cup of coffee that is hot enough to come from an active volcano, just like I like it, and I set myself up for the day. Just heed the vibes. And if you're in an environment that isn't your jam, that is lower vibrational, that people are squabbling or it's just not your scene, one place that I really heed the vibes and I know I got to get out of sometimes is stores. Stores that have children that might be crying or whining or there's lines. It's like, no, thank you, especially on a beautiful day. I wait for those kind of like rich off hours so I can go in and there's nobody around. So heed your internal vibes, treat yourself with beautiful kindness and reverence and know that, this day is meant for you, and recognize that, hey, I'm going to be proud of who I am and what I do. You're on a mission to achieve your goals, and nothing or anything is going to stop you. You're super capable, but recognize, am I having joy in this instance? Am I feeling light? What is my vibe? And also, heeding not only other people's vibes, but yours by like what might have affected you, like looking after yourself and prioritizing your needs so you feel good. And a good way for this for me definitely is practicing positive affirmations. I set clear intentions today. Mine is to spend time in nature, make sure I get to the gym, write and journal a little bit, my thoughts and feelings, and just do things that make me happy. I need a happy Saturday, just buoyant and light and free, which brings us to set it free. Set all the pressure free, set all the obligations, all the grudges, all of those things, guilt, shame, any lower vibration that you don't need. Just set it free. Focus on the present. And that really allows you to do that, because you're like, why am I harboring anything? I want a nice empty landing dock for good, happy feelings and the good shit lollipop. I don't want, these old barges coming in filled with grudges and problems. I want happy shores. So set it free. Ask yourself right now, what's the thing that keeps popping up in your psyche that might be just negative, or how dare this person, or oh, they're always infringing on my time, efforts, resources, whatever, or this, that, the other, whatever it is. It could be at work, it could be a coworker that's just foistering their projects on you, whatever it is. Set it free. Just set it free and be in the present moment, and you'll find how good you feel. Really make time for yourself and a great cup of coffee or tea, sitting outside. Really maintain a beautiful balance with like healthy social connections, as opposed to, obligatory family members that want you to do A, B, and C. Set it all free and remind yourself you're obliged to no one. You consider your physical, spiritual, and mental health above all, and be like, I'm going to just let it all go and be light and buoyant. And the way to do that, gratitude and focusing on the present. Absolutely. Like right now, I can hear all the birds tweeting outside the window. They're really excited on this sunny, gorgeous day. And that brings us to weave your reality. Yes, I love this. I read this thing this morning and it stuck with me so importantly, especially this time of year, in terms of weaving your own reality. It was something along the lines of, we have to be willing to set boundaries with and potentially disappoint those whose expectations don't take our emotional well-being into account, right? Whatever it is, I always call it the nagging aunt, but it could be the nagging anything, where they're like, oh, let me kvetch and tell you all the problems of the family or all my friends and dump all that laundry off at your house. You don't need to wash it, okay? It's up to us to decide what's worthy of our prioritization as we learn to stop sacrificing our own joy while protecting and igniting it in others. You know what I mean? It's like, we can really do this, but we do have to say no and have those strong boundaries. Okay, block that phone call's coming in. It's from that person. It's like, Yahoo, you're my emotional dumping ground. Here I come with my wheelbarrow. Nope, you close that fence and you're like, no, thank you. Because when we're weaving our reality, we decide who we let into it. We allow what kind of energy, what kind of resources, what kind of values, what kind of lens that we're peering through. So make it all good, bright, and buoyant, and you'll find you're weaving out the things that don't serve you, and you're weaving in now the new time for things that do help you. You know, letting go, kind of like endless scrolling. Yesterday I had what I call just a Pop-Tart day, and I love it. That's where I just get in my bed like it's a little oven, and I'm the Pop-Tart, and I'm just like all warm and gooey, and I don't want to do anything, and I just rest, and I just fall into like these little restful bouts, and I read, and I don't really push myself to any degree, because I noticed that it's one of those things where you need to decompress of all social obligations and other things. And it was so nice, and it was so renewing. So that by weaving my new reality, it's like, yes, I am going to have that day of the week where it's just, I have a lovely introverted moment where I can just rest and relax entirely. So what do you want to weave into your reality so you feel good? You know, really prioritizing your needs this time of year is so, so important, so we can just be like, I feel good, I feel ready for this. So another thing, maybe a healthy diet, better rest, shows that bring you up or open that door of curiosity, as opposed to just those intense shows that are like intensely violent or intensely something that just move us, you know. And watch maybe 2 episodes, 3 if you're really on a roll, but not like an entire thing in one night. Because I find the more I watch, the less I pay attention to something if I'm just watching. Like I integrate it with jewelry making and videos and other things like that, just so we have that move a muscle and change a thought, you know, and we're able to transition out of one thing into something else. That's very helpful. But I feel like this is all linked together, is so beautiful. Heed your vibes, other people, what the energy is like. Set free any resentment or heavier things, obligations, or feeling like you have to be productive or overdoing anything, perfectionism. Just set it all free and begin that path of weaving your new reality. And just kind of, I see it as a big sunflower, and some of the petals will be browning and crisp, and you want to have that bright, vibrant yellow sunflower. So you're plucking away all of the kind of like dead leaves, and now you're leaving room for new growth and what you want to weave in your reality. Could be more music, it could be a fun new exercise routine, it could be fun social time with friends, just reading a book under a tree, anything that you want. And don't let anybody else dictate what that should be, because these are your choices. This is your path. And I feel like a lot of people are really learning that about themselves and going, yeah, you know what? That what might be good for the goose isn't necessarily good for the gander. So everybody, I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really hope everybody gets outside and gets a little sunshine. Love and light.